This is Stico, the podcast. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you. If you ain't done it yet, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Share this video on your social media platforms. Drop a comment in the comment section. I'm always interacting with mi gente, ya tu sabe. Hit the notification bell to get notified. Also, do me a favor. Visit the website r2drec.com. Let's get into this one, man. Jorge Masvidal. He just had an interview recently, right? He was talking a little spicy, a little reckless. And I just kept telling myself, bro, you ain't won a fight yet. I'm a big fan. But I don't like the hype of the talk. Because the last few fights, man, have not gone your way. Hey, I was a fan way before he had that run on UFC when he came back from the Darren Till fight, cleaned him out with a clean knockout. Then he had Ben Askren with the flying knee in less than, 2 seconds in the Nate Diaz fight for the BMF belt. Now, it feels like it was yesterday that happened, right? It just felt like he had that perfect run. And now, he hasn't been electrifying to what we expect. The expectations that he put, he reached the ceiling. And, And let's not talk about, hey, no, you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What are you talking about, bro? Leon Edwards, come on, man. Let the man shine. We understand. We understand the lingo, the type of person that you are. Was it 3-piece in the soda or was it 2-piece in the soda? Whatever. We understand. Plus the biscuit. We understand the type of person you are. We know you come from the streets. We already know this. We seen the backyard fights, man. We know this. You ain't got to explain it. But the fight never happened before he didn't even have the belt. I get it. It's a business move. And I'm even rooting for that fight to happen now. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. Look, then the Colby Covington fight. Man, que desmadre, bro. It was a mess. It was dirty. It got filthy. It looked like he was just holding him. Look. This is what bothers me about that situation more than anything. When that fight happened, you had 25 minutes to knock his head off. 25 minutes. 5 minutes every round. At one point, you hit him with that thunder. And I was like, yes, here we go. And then it was like, the energy, it flew out. It just flew out like a bird just diving in, like a bald eagle, cabeza first. It didn't happen like I expected, right? In the aftermath, right? He does something street, the street mentality kicks in, and he feels like he has to go take care of business because he's still, talking to smack. But this is the way I look at it. You're a fighter. Considering that you're a fighter, there's no need for you to actually go do anything outside of the cage. Everything that you could have done to this man, you could have done it in the cage legally. Cabrón, legally. Now, we get it. Gilbert Burns is running his mouth. That's what you say. But from the looks of things, it looks like, hey, the fight was offered and, we couldn't make it happen. You got court dates. But why do you got court dates, bro? Why? Because you put yourself in the position that you shouldn't be in right now. You a mega superstar. Whoever is managing you, whoever's promoting you, whoever's deciding make sense these fights. Look, I would not, this is me personally, if I was managing you at that time, I would have been shooting for a rematch with Nate Diaz. Not saying because it was an easy fight. It was because the way the fight ended. Yeah, hands down, you were winning the fight. I'm not disputing that. But we didn't get to see the full 5 rounds because it was Dr. Stoppage. You know what I mean? The kind of Dr. Stoppage. That's what it was. So we didn't get a chance to see the whole thing in 5 rounds, in other words. So at that moment, it should have just been a rematch on that one. It should have just happened. I don't care what the pandemic is. That fight should have happened again, or you should have just sat down. But I get it. Business-wise, it makes sense to fight Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian Nightmare. Nightmare was it, right? It was a foot stomp, and he just held you down, and it was pretty much a one-sided fight. and then you have to run it again. That hurt my soul, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. When he clocked you, un chingazo, bro, knocked you out clean, bro. It was a clean knockout. I was just like, what in the world? How is Masvidal getting knocked out while he's the one throwing them things? He's the one that we didn't watch just use his hands on people, and he's the one that got mopped, dropped. Sushi, cabrón, levántate. I was hoping he was gonna get up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was hoping. I was like, come on, probably a little bit. Please get him up, get him. I was hoping that Tyson Fury moment was gonna happen, but that was a clean, just chingazo. It's like the slow motion got me. He was just, he quit. So I was like, oh my. Oh, it hurt me in so many ways. Even to this day, talking about it still hurts me, man. And then, Kamaru Usman, does the whole... This is the reason why I don't like Kamaru Usman sometimes. He's not naturally, gifted when he speaks. He takes things from other people. Because when they asked him, was it necessary for you to hit him afterwards? And he was like, yeah, it was super necessary or something. That, I only stopped when the referee... Like, he took what Masvidal said. But look, let's not hear that. What I'm saying to y'all... I'm going to drop the link in my description on this interview that he's talking. So he's talking extra spicy about Leon Edwards, how he wants a title shot. He's like basically wants that. And, he's talking extra spicy about Michael Chandler, about quitting. Look, maybe at some point in time, I don't know what it is, Michael Chandler might have quit. But you were talking about Dustin Poirier, right? That's what you were saying, right? Like Dustin Poirier, right? I didn't see Michael Chandler quit. I just saw he got choked out. Hey, it's a fight. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what's going on? Look. Michael Chandler is explosive. He's entertaining. And he just looking at it like, man, I'm here to fight anybody. Anybody could catch this fade. And look, maybe you know something we don't know. Maybe he did quit at one point. But at the end of the day, man, it's entertaining. But I'm going to disintegrate him like with one punch. Mira, cálmate, bro. Like, at this moment, we just don't believe you no more, man. Like, hey, just be a little bit more humble. Humble yourself down. Recuerdo, Estás tomando mucho recuerdo, cabrón. Cálmate. Hey, look, I'm not trying to catch a fade with you. Well, ain't no telling. It's been a while since I'm throwing things, too. But look, I'm not here to even entertain. All I'm saying is, this ain't the Masvidal that we fell in love with. This ain't it. This ain't it. I think that Colby Covington fight got him. It got him mentally. It messed with his head like to another level because he really wanted to beat him. And I get it because who doesn't want to beat Colby Covington, man, at this moment, man? That man talks just, throw greasy. He just talks extra spicy. He put too much hot sauce on them wings. And you be like, bro, these don't even taste good at this moment. What am I eating here? These are not hot wings from Pluckers. These ain't hot wings from Hooters. These ain't even hot wings from mom and pop shops. These ain't the hot wings I want. But he just be dropping too much sauce. And he gets in people's head. And I feel like he got into your head and he's just living there rent free. I'm just saying, bro, like, whoever is managing you, whoever is like the spokesperson, whoever is like putting things together for your fights, as soon as the BML belt was around your waist and we all felt like Nate Diaz had still 2 more rounds in him, you know what? We should have said, hey, run it back. Just run it back. I don't care. Just run it back. And the reason why people love Nate Diaz so much, man, because he's just original. Everything that Masvidal was preaching not to be at some point in his career, he's becoming that, like, little by little. The calling out Conor McGregor, even the way he responds to Gilbert Burns, calling him a bit. Wait a minute, bro. What are we doing? What was it, a no jumper? What happened with that one kid? He said he called the other man a B, and what happened? Chingazo, bro. Like, we don't say things like that, and that's not who I didn't see Jorge Masvidal become through the YouTube career with the fighting in the backyards, to where build his career through so many decision fights, to where he just took off. that ain't the Masvidal that we all love, man. The way he's talking right now, you would think that basically he has been undefeated. And it's good to have that kind of confidence. It's great to have confidence, but confidence that makes sense to where you've been winning fights and you've been unstoppable. Usman beat you twice, convincingly. Colby Covington, he beat you, bro, like convincingly. That hurt me, bro. That hurt me too, man. And so you had 3 fights, basically, back-to-back losses. You have one more fight, bro. You have to mandala, they'll be like, pack your bags and go, bro. Because at this moment, I just don't get how you're going to be talking extra spicy. And I'm sorry it took me this long for me to actually, like, say something, because I'm a real fan of Jorge Masvidal for what he stands for outside of the ring. I like him as a person and his whole come up, because that's what the American dream is, right? You basically start from the bottom and you just work your way to the top and try to reach to the highest mountains. And to see him at this kind of, I don't know, man, it just bothers me a little bit, man. This is not what we do over here, bruh. We respect you already. You're well respected in the streets. If they would have asked you about Michael Chandler, you would be like, yeah, what about him? It ain't gonna happen. We know that. That's a fact. But we keep it moving. Like right now, the fight that should have happened was Gilbert. But hey, look, who knows, man? I don't know what you're going on with these cases, bro. You shouldn't have had any of these cases because you shouldn't got yourself in that mess in the first place. That's all I'm saying, bro. And when y'all do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Share this video on your social media platforms. Drop a comment in the comment section. I'm always interacting with mi gente, ya tu sabe. Also, hit the notification bell to get notified. Don't forget to visit the website, r2drec.com. And always remember, have peace in your heart, have faith, and never give up. All right, 1.